You might remember Carl Carlton slow dancing through the speakers, or that one electric jam that owned your cousin's summer BBQ. These are the one-hit R&B wonders of 1981. They may be forgotten by some, but once you hear them again, you'll wonder how they ever faded away. Number 10. You're My All in All by Joyce Irby.
You're my all in all.
This silky groove slipped into the airwaves in 1981 with Joyce Irby, bassist and occasional lead singer of Climax, stepping out solo for a brief but unforgettable moment. Released by Constellation Records, the song rides on shimmering synths and a soft-spoken passion that echoed through late-night FM dedication shows. The twist is that most fans didn't even know Joyce had solo ambitions this early. The song wasn't heavily promoted and got buried beneath bigger R&B names of the time, but its low-key charm made it a quiet storm staple in some corners of the country.
I've seen you here over.
You can almost see the dim red lights of a club, smell the incense in the air, and feel the slow sway of couples moving to this mellow groove. Though it never hit big on the charts, the track later earned cult status among rare groove collectors. Joyce would rise again with Climax, but this solo whisper still lingers for those who dig deep. Number 9. She's Just a Groupie by Nunn. If there ever was an R&B groove that made you both nod and laugh, this was it. Nunn, a former member of the Coasters, brought the funk with this biting, bass-heavy jam.
She sits behind a desk from 9 to 5.
Released under a Motown sub-label, it mixed slick rhythm with cheeky commentary on the rock star lifestyle. It stirred up a quiet buzz. Some DJs loved the humor and beat. Others thought it was too much. Bobby didn't chase stardom anyway. He was a behind-the-scenes studio genius whose production style was years ahead of the curve. Picture it now. A cassette click and play in your cousin's Cutlass Supreme, windows cracked, and this groove pulsing out into the warm summer air. Although it vanished from the charts, She's Just a Groupie got reborn through hip-hop samples decades later. One hit on paper, but its rhythm kept traveling through time. Number 8, Let Me Be the One by Heaven and Earth. This Chicago group had been working quietly since the mid-70s, but 1981 brought them into a brighter spotlight with this harmony-rich ballad. Released by Mercury Records, Let Me Be the One blended doo-wop sweetness with the smooth soul stylings of the early 80s. It brushed the R&B top 40, then disappeared as quickly as it came. A major reason was stalled promotion and shift in label priorities, but that doesn't take away from the song's power. The harmonies are pure velvet, and the message, longing and loyalty, never goes out of style. Think about prom night, slow dancing under string lights, or rushing to that payphone booth to make things right.
For love and understanding.
That's the emotional space this track lived in. Heaven and Earth didn't hit the charts again, but this track still shows up on late-night Chicago radio and among soul collectors who know a treasure when they hear one. Number 7, Abundant, Take It to the Limit by Centaur.
Well, come on and take it.
Now, here's a group that feels more like legend than memory. Centaur came out of Huntsville, Alabama, and recorded just one album for the Tiny Black Forest Records label. That one album gave us Take It to the Limit, a raw funk explosion that hit in 1981 and then vanished.
At the end of the evening,
The groove is wild. Horns blaze, vocals shout with grit. and the whole thing feels like Earth, Wind, and Fire took off their suits and jammed in a smoky garage. It was recorded live to tape, no overdubs, just energy. You probably didn't hear it on radio, but maybe you remember it from that basement party where the DJ had a milk crate full of magic. It never charted.
You can spend all your time making money.
But today, collectors chase the vinyl like gold, and the song pops up in underground DJ sets from Tokyo to London. A ghost track from '81 that still refuses to die quietly. Number 6, Nobody Can Be You But You by Steve Arrington.
You better look out!
After stepping away from funk group Slave, Steve Arrington launched a solo career with this standout single. Released in late 1981, Nobody Can Be You But You became a quietly influential anthem of self-worth. With its talkbox intro and gospel-tinged funk, the song didn't fit cleanly into any one format. And maybe that's why it didn't chart higher. But its message hit deep. It reminded listeners that authenticity was power. Steve's falsetto soared over a beat that made you want to strut with purpose. You can almost see it playing on a Sunday afternoon, while your older cousin polished his rims, soaking in every lyric. It wasn't a major hit, but it echoed through generations. Artists like D'Angelo, Pharrell, and even Anderson .Paak would name-check Arrington as a key influence. This one might have been a quiet start for Steve's solo run, but it left a huge footprint. Number 5, Can't Keep Running by Greg Jackson. This one hits different, like headlights gliding across a dark highway. Greg Jackson's Can't Keep Running came out independently in 1981 and captured pure emotional honesty. It's not just a song, it's a confession. Wah-wah guitars shimmer in the background, snares snap tight, and Jackson sings like he's running out of time.
Don't ask me where I'm going.
Despite its beauty, it barely got airplay. There was no label support, and few DJs took a chance. But soul fans in New Jersey remember. It became a regional secret, then found unexpected life on the northern soul scene in the UK. Picture a dance hall in Manchester decades later, spinning this tune while the crowd clapped in rhythm. One hit? Sure. But for those who know, this was lightning in a bottle, raw, real, and unforgettable.
Listen here to what I'm saying. I need time.
If these long-lost grooves from 1981 are starting to stir some memories, give this video a thumbs up. It helps us keep the rhythm alive. And don't go anywhere. We've still got 4 more one-hit R&B wonders to bring back into the light. Number 4, Burning Up by Imagination. Before they took off with Just an Illusion and became UK royalty, Imagination released this simmering single that hit a few US airwaves in 1981. Burning Up was steamy, synth-heavy, and wrapped in a futuristic funk that felt like nothing else at the time. The trio, Lee John, Ashley Ingram, and Errol Kennedy, designed it for the dance floor. Think flashing strobes, sweat-glazed disco balls, and fashion straight out of Soul Train. The problem? American radio didn't quite know what to do with it. The sound was just too new, too British, too ahead of the curve. But listen closely. You'll hear the DNA of what would later shape house music and electro funk. It's sensual, hypnotic, and unrelentingly cool. Though it didn't crack major charts, it became a dance floor secret. and DJs spun it for those who needed a beat that wasn't just hot. It was truly burning up. Number 3, I Don't Want to Be a Freak, But I Can't Help Myself by Dynasty.
I don't wanna be a freak, but I can't help myself.
Only in 1981 could a song title like this strike a nerve and get people dancing at the same time. Dynasty, part of the Solar Records family, delivered this funky gem that balanced satire with soul. It felt like a musical confession, awkward, bold, irresistible.
It gets me into the beat.
Behind the groove was production genius Leon Silvers III, who knew exactly how to make a bass line bounce and a hook stick. The vocals leaned into the absurdity of desire, but never lost sincerity. It was funny, it was funky, and it was real. Picture a neon-lit skating rink, people lip-syncing every word as they glide by with shy smiles. You didn't plan to dance to this song. You just couldn't help it. Dynasty didn't stay in the spotlight for long, but this single left a mark. It's been sampled, reissued, and rediscovered by crate diggers who appreciate its honesty and groove. Number 2, Time Loves a Hero by the Memphis Horns.
Time loves a hero, but only time.
This was more than a song. It was a salute from two legends. The Memphis Horns, Wayne Jackson and Andrew Love, were the sound behind Stax, Otis, and Al Green. But in 1981, they stepped into the light with Time Loves a Hero, a jazzy, soulful instrumental that felt like a farewell and a promise.
Well, they say, time loves a hero.
The song glows. Horns glide instead of blast. The groove is subtle but emotional. It didn't climb the charts, but it didn't need to. It lived in the background of mixtapes and mellow radio sets, quietly reminding listeners where R&B came from. Imagine cruising through Memphis just before sunset. This track humming low, like a memory being kept alive.
Life as a shell, he left it back at stateside.
While the Horn duo didn't chase solo stardom, this track gave them their moment. And it's aged beautifully. A timeless tune from two masters who let their instruments speak volumes. Number 1, You're the One for Me by D-Train.
With this love I did, takes away my every fear, don't go away.
This is it, the spark that lit 1,000 dance floors. D-Train, the powerhouse duo of James Williams and Hubert Eves III, dropped You're the One for Me in 1981, and it became a post-disco anthem that laid the groundwork for modern club R&B. The beat hits hard, the synths shimmer,
Got love, desire from your love, my soul.
and D-Train's voice, it's gospel fire, straight through the roof. The song bridged disco's fall and house music's rise. It was bold, spiritual, and undeniably funky. Imagine a packed club in New York, fog machines on full blast, people losing themselves in the chorus. It wasn't just a song, it was a ritual. Despite its power, D-Train didn't crack the US charts again. But this one track has echoed for decades. House DJs still spin it, producers still study it, and soul fans, they still feel it in their bones. You're the One for Me might be a one-hit wonder, but it's one of the greatest to ever do it. From smooth confessions to electric dance floor burners, these one-hit R&B wonders of 1981 prove that sometimes one song is all it takes to make history. Thank you for joining us on this soulful rewind through a forgotten year of brilliance. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss another ride through music's hidden corners. And don't stop here. 10 forgotten one-hit R&B wonders from 1980 are waiting. Click that next video and let's keep the soul spinning.